If you're 55 and over and have thought about living in a retirement community, here's 5 things you should ask before making that move. Are you over 55 and have you decided you don't want that single family home? Maybe it's too much for you. Do you want the simple life where someone else is going to take care of all the maintenance around your home? Are you tired of cutting the grass and maintaining the pool? Is that 55 and over community the right fit for you, where you can socialize? Are you still going to be working when you make that move? Do you want that social interaction every day with your neighbors? Or do you just want that low maintenance lifestyle? These are all things you consider when moving into a 55 and over community, and Suffolk County offers quite a few. Number 1, age restrictions. Even though every community has their own rules and regulations, will you be comfortable living among people just above 55? Will you miss having those younger people around you? These are things that you should consider before making a move into a 55 and over community. Some communities will not allow anyone under the age of 17 or 18 to live in the community. Is that something that you're comfortable with? Other communities might say one person has to be 55, but the other person could be much younger. There might be restrictions about children and grandchildren coming to stay with you. Make sure that that's something that you're comfortable with before signing on the dotted line. Number 2, other restrictions. If you've owned a single family home and now are under the restrictions of the community, that may not be the best fit for you. So find out what the restrictions are. Are you allowed to paint your front door whatever color you want? What about putting a patio in the backyard? And what about fencing around that patio? But more importantly, what about if you want to leave your home to your children or grandchildren? You definitely want to have a plan in place when buying a home in a 55 and over community, because you don't want to leave any type of encumbrance on your children and grandchildren. Because if they can't live there unless they're 55, then you have to have it set up so that they can sell the property. Speak to an estate attorney about that plan. Number 3, costs. You want to check to make sure that there's no special assessment. A special assessment is when they are doing something, whether it be the roads or the roofs, and there's not enough money in the kitty for them to pay for it. So they do something called a special assessment, where your HOA fees actually go up a certain amount for a certain amount of time. So it could be an extravagant amount and it could be a small amount. So it's important to find out if there are any special assessments before signing. Also, you want to check out the HOA fees and what it covers. So if you're not a golfer and it has 18 or 9 holes, remember, your fees are going to be higher because you're paying to maintain that field. So maybe look for something that doesn't have a golf course if that's not something that you're ever going to be interested in. Number 4, access to medical. Many people move to a 55 and over community because they want a low maintenance lifestyle, but they also want easy access to a medical team. This is why there's a lot of 55 and over communities popping up in central Suffolk. With easy access to Stony Brook and its medical team and all the satellite offices opening up, there's a lot of people gravitating to the area. Number 5, financing. Most people sell the single family home to move into a retirement community. It's important to speak to your accountant to find out how that will affect you. Should you pay cash or should you get a mortgage? How will it affect your plans for what you'd like to do with the retirement? Because if you plan on traveling a lot, you're going to want to get something smaller and maybe get a mortgage. Or do you want to just pay cash and have it all paid off? When you make the transition, are you still working? How will it affect your taxes? What are the trade-offs? So if you're looking in Central Suffolk to get a 55 and over community, click the link below and discover some of the communities Central Suffolk has to offer. Do you need to sell your home in order to get into that 55 and over community? Give me a call and let me help you make that move. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, give it a thumbs up, and click the bell to be notified of my next post.